Alright, so this is IronBill. I'm back tonight with another video. This one is about Iron Banner. This is actually gameplay from a couple days ago. I didn't share everything that I recorded. I'm sorry I've been gone for a couple of days. It has been the holiday and the family in from out of state, so making the best of what time we have. Also, uh, man, I don't know. We played a bunch of Iron Banner at the beginning of the week, probably through Thursday or so. Played a bunch solo on Friday. Played Tuesday through Thursday with clanmates mostly, although a little bit of solo. Played a lot of solo on Friday, and I don't know, man. Solo PvP right now is not a lot of fun. With control based, or I'm sorry, connection based matchmaking, and I don't want to take off on that again. That's a dead topic, but I really don't have a lot of appetite to play this solo at the moment, and it's not like I play a lot worse when I'm not playing with clanmates. Um, but yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Here's what I wonder, okay? Because when I play with other people, their connection has an impact with the pool of players that I see. Not the skill level, of course, but the pool of players. Because when I play alone, I must live in a hot zone of really, really solid players because over and over, man, it is just utter devastation. And I'm talking like there'll be matches where I'll kill one person. This apparently is whom I live around, and um, yeah, it doesn't make me want to do this. And I don't care to lose, but man, I don't like to get that. So especially match after match, and I have three bounties left. The route and each of them on each of my three characters is about 50%, and today is the day I probably should have finished those up, and I just didn't have the appetite to go into this and play it over and over. I just didn't, and it would have taken maybe an hour or two for each one of the characters. It just would have, and I don't know, that's just a pinnacle I think I'm not going to get. I mean, I've got tomorrow to do it too, but I don't know. Today was my rest day from my activities. I didn't go anywhere today really to speak of, and this would have been the day to do it. Tomorrow I'm going to be quite a bit busier, and in the coming weeks, of course, as we prepare to go back to work, it's going to get even more so. And I'll look back on this and I'll be sorry, but I don't know. Today I mostly cleaned up my +1 pinnacles. Although there's a PvP one, of course, rotator pinnacle that I just don't think I'm going to go for. And when it gets right down to it, this is the difference between me being a 1060 power player or not. And I can more than make up for this um, by ranking up, because my rank is actually quite high. I think I'm past 150 now, this far into the season. And if I go into bounties, I can keep that going. And somebody, a couple guys today asked me to jump into a dungeon, and I'm high enough light level now that I can do that. I'm messed up a bunch at the start, but I've only done it twice now, so it was more of that than my power level. Once I kind of got into the rhythm again, it was no difficulty. I'm strong enough to do what I want to do, other than possibly master nightfalls, and I don't care about those. So that's the thing about this game that you want to bear in mind. If you're wondering whether you should go for this activity or that activity, or you're obsessed about ranking up, unless you're planning to do the really high-end in-game stuff, and I mean like the master level stuff, you don't need to. I mean, you just pick up what you can along the way. If I want to raid right now, for instance, I can raid any raid I want to. It's the power level is not going to be an issue at all. I think I'm at 1069 with my artifact, and I'm sitting at 53 on each of my characters' base levels, so nothing to worry about. So I'm not going to sweat that. Anyway, to the gameplay here. This was when I was working my first character, and I was trying to get the quest done, and you notice I'm focusing on sidearm kills. Now, I'm really not doing too poorly here. My movement is pretty good. I'm using my abilities, my invisibility. I probably don't toss a grenade as often as I should. Okay, so I enter the engagement by going invisible, and I should have thrown that grenade to lead. Okay, I would have softened up that group, and that probably would have gone a lot better, and they wouldn't have been able to take that zone. That's just me not thinking. I'm going to sit on the zone. I'm going to take it to the best of my ability. That was my plan anyway. Of course, that guy slides in there and was able to get me, but my teammates come in and they smash it out. What we're doing here as a team, this may be another thing that leads to success, is map control. And that's something I don't talk a lot about because as a solo player, there's only so much I can do in terms of map control. But there are always zones that you want to keep, and there are others that don't matter unless you're trying to triple cap. And in Iron Banner, that is advantageous because you can lock people out. But the main thing is you want to control the map. And by that I mean you want to keep the enemy in a certain pocket. They're easier to kill that way. You can keep them off the heavy. I mean, there are just a lot of advantages and you funnel them where you want them to go if you have players that are working together to do that. And my team absolutely was really good at that. Now, that guy just ran me down with his Hammer of Saul. I knew he was behind me and I was trying to get out of there, but he just beeline straight for me after he zoned in on me. And you see here, we're actually playing a close match with these guys. I mean, things are pretty tight at this point in time. And the last thing in the world you want to do is you don't want to get triple capped. And, we had guys that were really good about calling out and making sure that we were making concerted efforts to get zones that we needed to get. And we need to get B back. And we're going to get back one way or the other. Now, I may die in the process, but that's okay. If I see, and there's another thing. There are such things as acceptable deaths. If my dying in a particular situation also knocks out another player or keeps them out of an area, we're controlling the zone, that's what we need. You see, we took B. Now we have 2 zones. We probably need to watch that heavy, make sure they don't get to it. I think we got players over there to make sure that doesn't happen. I've got 2 guys focused on me. I'm going to back out of there because that's probably more than I can handle at this level. And I just create some separation, and he was just hot on me. And I just drug him back into the place where we could team fire him, and down he goes. I don't really have a close range weapon on me. I've got an auto rifle, and the sidearm that I'm using is not particularly good. I just about pulled him down. It was that close. And you see, by good map control, we've actually taken charge of this match. We've opened it up 15 points or so, 16 I think, and back and forth. But we're doing a really good job about keeping this our zones. Now, they may take it back temporarily, but if they do, we're going to move up there and take B again. And we're just not going to let them have it. And this is me playing controller, okay? And that's why I think my sensitivity was just too sensitive, because my reticle just kept, I just couldn't bring it in. And you would think with aim assist that wouldn't be such a big deal, but you might say, well, why were you playing controller? Well, that's because, and I thought I might actually pull off getting away from that guy. I did trap him, and my teammate was able, or that's actually a Blueberry, not a guy on our team, but not from our clan anyway. He was able to take him down. No, movement wise, I just can't react as quickly without the controller, and I'm getting better on the keypad, and I mentioned that in nearly every video, and I've done some mapping changes too. One of the big things that was killing me was I couldn't switch weapons fast enough the way I had it mapped, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I think I finally come up with a solution, and I'll have to practice because it takes muscle memory. You don't want to have to think about it whenever things get tight. But I think I'm getting to the place now where I'm willing to try PvP again with the keypad on some characters. I think for the hunter, I'm set up pretty well. Now, I wasn't going to peek that sniper again. I was just basically giving him a kill if I did. If he'd been better, I'd have been dead anyway. I called that out to my teammates and said, hey, we got a sniper back here. And I chased him right back into the tether. Now, you'll hear on the video that my teammate says he wasted his tether on me. And I said, well, he didn't waste it on me because I walked right into it. But, be that as it may, we've got them locked out. And I put just enough pressure on him to help make that happen. So that is actually good, and that was a worthwhile death. Now, he decided he wasn't going to challenge that, which was probably smart. And after my run of deaths, you know, I was trying not to push things too hard either, but of course the colony gets me, and I hadn't seen a colony forever, and you forget what those things sound like. But yeah, we kind of messed up there and let them on the heavy, but we're 2 points from a win, and there isn't anything that's going to stop that now. And there's one of them right there. Did you notice how my fire stopped on my auto rifle? Just, I didn't do that intentionally. When I'm using controller for some reason, um, my auto rifles will stop mid-fire, oftentimes in a fight, and I'm not moving, or at least not running. But apparently, I'm pressing down on the left joystick and causing it to sprint. But anyway, I'm kind of all over the place tonight. I just wanted to share a little bit of a video of team play here. These are good guys. You see them on the squad: Rash, Mako, Kakalak, and by the way, that Russian name means duck. That's who that is. So yeah, good guys. And if you're looking for a clan, Cortex is a great clan, and I highly recommend it. But I guess with that, I'm probably going to go ahead and call it a night. And this is IronBill, and I'm signing off.